It's July 30th, can you believe it? 2024. It's Tuesday. I want to share with you some items that sold on eBay, actually some lots that sold on eBay. I have another lot that I'll share with you in a minute. That's not here, it's at the house. But yeah, end of July, crazy. So I sold, so this is all stuff I've shared with you in the past, and now they've sold. But as you know, a couple months ago, I got a massive donation to my store here in Southern California of from a longtime customer. Was DVDs and kids DVDs and VHS tapes. Most of them were Baby Einstein, Barney, Dora the Explorer, Nick Jr. stuff, Rugrats, SpongeBob, that kind of stuff. And Blue's Clues was the other big one. And so I've been selling them off slowly. Well, not slowly. I sold a lot of them off already. I think I've done about 20, I think it's 27 lots that I've sold so far. So this would be 28. And these are 18 Baby Einstein DVDs. I took an offer, had it listed for $49.99. Took an offer of $40 plus shipping. Great sale. Again, I can't stress enough how quickly you can sell off big lots of kids DVD and or VHS tapes. So if you can get together 10, 15, 20, 40, whatever, I would try to get around 10 plus. This is, like I said, this is 18. Depending on what they are, you can sell them really quickly for good money. Again, if you're buying them individually, I would not spend, no way you should spend more than $1. I would try to spend less than 50 cents each, because I sold this for $40. There's 18 of them, so that's a little over $2 each before any fees or anything. So you definitely don't want to put a lot into them individually, but if you can get them in bulk, if you're buying them and then resell them on eBay, you can still make money. So keep that in mind. But I just happened to get a massive donation, which I shared with you in past videos, that filled up an entire pallet, and I've sold off a big chunk of them. I still have some left, so that's a really good way to make some money on eBay. I sold this Star Wars lot. I have here $50. I don't remember if it sold for less. I have to check. Checked, and it sold for $40 plus shipping. These are what are these? I'm not familiar with these, but they're all from West End Games. Death Star Technical Companion, Domain of Evil, and then this one is, Star Wars, you can see that word, I don't want to say it, coordinates, the ISIS coordinates, and then, so this sold for $40. So these older Star Wars, I guess, manuals can go for good money, especially if you lot them up. Even individually, some of them can go for good money, but I felt it would make more sense to sell them as a lot. I got this from a longtime customer as a donation. So there seems to be a theme, right? Donation. That's what happens when you get, you don't have to have a store like I do. You can just let people know, right? And pick stuff up for free. This one I told you about, I don't think I dove into it, but this was a donation not last week, but the week before. So it's James Patterson. However, it is from the same series. So the series is it's called a Michael Bennett thriller. So it's the Michael Bennett series. They just came out with, I have it in here, this year actually, the most current, I think it's this one. I think it's Crosshairs. The most current one from 2024, and then there's another one coming out next year, but this is 16 of the books. There's, I think, 17, maybe 18, so it's almost the entire series. And I sold it, let's see, there's 16 books in this lot, and I sold it for $84.99 plus shipping. So again, if I had just random James Patterson novels, I wouldn't bother with a lot, even if I had like 30 of them. But if it's from the same, unless they were like all hardcover, all essentially brand new condition, then that might be different. But if they are from the different, even though it's the same author, he's written so many different series, I would stick to the series, and I've never sold. I would say never. I've rarely sold James Patterson book lots because they just don't sell fast. Seems to take forever unless you have the series. So this sold pretty quick for 84 bucks plus shipping. So those are some of the things that sold in the last 24 hours. I have some more I'm going to share with you. Boom. This is the other lot I wanted to share with you guys. Remember, I made a video about this recently. I went to the thrift store and I found, it was a clip in a longer video, but I went to a thrift store on the 17th. Today is the 30th of July. So I bought these 13 days ago, just sold 3 Selena cassette tapes. Now, so, I can't remember which one. There's one of these that's worth more money individually, but together they're worth some good money. I paid 79 cents, I think, 75 cents each. And all 3 of them sold for $34.99 plus shipping. So that's how quickly you can just go into a thrift store. If you know what you're looking for, if you know what you're seeing, you can find stuff quickly that you can sell for really good money. And this was a fast flip. So what is that, like $2 and change into $34.99 plus shipping, of course, minus fees. Should be like high $20, just under $30, something like that. So maybe about $25 profit-ish minus cost of goods. So really good flip. So just be aware that there's some cassette tapes that sell for really good money. Generally, the genres that you look for, there are some Spanish language, obviously, cassette tapes that sell for good money. Heavy metal, punk, hip hop. So certain genres. Other just random ones, like I've sold a Mariah Carey one for a lot of money. So, you never know entirely until you scan a lot of them, get familiar with the genres, the artists that sell better. And then when you go to a thrift store, when you go wherever wherever you go to source, you can find something like this for good money. I also sold these other 3 items on eBay. This one was from a thrift store that I bought last year. It's almost been a year. It was September of last year. Secrets to Barrel Racing Success. Didn't sell for as much as I thought it would, but I paid $2, sold it for $15 plus shipping. So I'll still make some decent profit off of that, although it did take a while to sell. This one was an old one that was it was a local buy all the way like 2 years ago. Only sold for $7, so not much money there, but glad to get rid of it. This one was from those donations that I got of CDs. Tons of great CDs in amazing, immaculate condition. Like this one is a soundtrack. A lot of them were international soundtracks, and there were classical and jazz CDs. This one sold for $21.99 plus shipping. Really nice sale. Been sitting for a little while, but some of these are longer tails. I've sold a lot of them on eBay from that big donation. And then lastly, for the second time, I sold this book on Amazon. I found it in my store, sold it, and then the person wanted to return it, so they returned it. I had to refund them, and now I'm selling it again for $69, a little bit more than what I sold it for the first time. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that they don't return it. That would be terrible, but be on the lookout for this one. It sells quickly, sells often. Sold it for just about $70. That's the downside to Amazon is the culture of return, the return culture on Amazon for customers. Oh, I can just return it. I can just return it. So that's the downside, right? That's why you want to sell a lot of items on Amazon, so that even if you get some return, it doesn't affect you that much. But I'm not selling that much on Amazon compared to eBay. If I was selling the level I was selling on eBay on Amazon, then those returns wouldn't be so annoying, basically. So just keep that in mind. If if you're selling higher profit books on Amazon, that are related to, scholarly or textbook type of books, there's going to be some returns for sure. But still a really nice sale. Hopefully I don't get a return on that. And it stays with them. Also been listing CDs, CD lots. And then I have all of these Tolkiens that I'm still listing on eBay. But some nice sales the last day. Over the weekend was great sales, and now it's Tuesday, so over the last 24 hours have been great sales on eBay. I'll keep listing. And remember, guys, if you keep listing quality stuff, it's basically like this for reselling, whether it's on Amazon or eBay. You have to find out what sells best. If you're selling books, if you're selling media, you got to go through a learning curve. And then once you go through that learning curve, you get a better idea of what sells, how quickly it sells for, what you can get for it, and things become a lot quicker. so you're not listing items that are not necessarily going to sell quickly and or for very good money. So keep that in mind. All right, guys, see you next video. Take care.